Hello gamers and welcome back to Auto-TerraFirmaCraft. My name is Darkjohn and this is episode 3. So, did a little bit of work in between episodes. Last time we got our very first metals, we made our very first tools, we got our scythe, we got a prospector pick, a pickaxe and a saw. And with the saw we were able to make lumber and planks and crafting tables and chests. Check it out, we're getting organised. Fancy red chests. These are using one of the woods, I think it's rosewood, there we go. And yeah, I've been clearing out the area a little bit and I moved our animals. So we got a load of animals last session as well. We stuffed them all in this hole because we didn't have anywhere else to put them. And I have since just leveled out this area. I've removed half of this hill, which took quite a few stone shovels, just to create a bit of land. And we've got the beginnings of a little animal farm going on here. So when that cow grows up, we'll have a mating pair. We need a female pig. I think that's ram, they're both rams. These are both nannies. So we need a male goat. I think that'll be a billy. And we need a sheep to go with the rams. So we're going to keep looking for animals, bring them back, and try and build up a little bit of husbandry here, and that will lead to us getting some protein eventually and other stuff, maybe some milk from the goats and the cows. Maybe we can make some cheese and other things off the back of that later on. And as you can see, autumn is fully here in bloom. It is autumn, October the 1st, and it's time to harvest some crops. I wanted to wait for you guys to do this, but our very first crops are ready. I should probably use a knife rather than a scythe. But look at this oat. One piece didn't survive. I think this requires a high hydration, and maybe this block was just a little bit too far away. We should get the seed back at least. Yep. But look, here we go. We can harvest our very first own-grown wheat. Fantastic. This stuff's still growing, and I'm guessing we can just replant. Yeah, temperature hydration is too low at that exact block, but here, here, and here, all good. We can probably just clear out a few of these and put the rest down here. Okay. Carrots. Ooh, mature carrots. Check it out. Are they all ready to go? Except these ones over here. It looks like it. Amazing. I also started a bit of a new farm, so the things that don't need particularly high hydration, just sort of average, I'm going to put tiered across the top here. So I already replanted some stuff. Because our climate, we're in a subtropical climate, it's nearly winter, current temperature is 13. I don't think we're going to drop to a temperature low enough for most of these vegetables to care. So I'm just going to plant a lot more of these guys along here and see how they do through a subtropical winter. The other thing with farming in Auto-TerraFirmaCraft is it's sort of a 1-for-1. You grow the thing, you get the produce, and then you get a seed back per plant. You don't get multiple seeds, so it's not sort of exponential growth of your farm. If we want more, we've got to go out and find more seeds. So that's something we always got to keep an eye on. So if we want tons and tons of wheat, I think this is literally all the wheat we have right now. We need some more grains. We've got the oats, and we've got some other stuff growing as well that will all be grain-based to help feed the animals. But we need a lot more of that for sure. Okay, so this episode, what are we going to do? We got our starter metals last time. Now we need a lot more of it and start trying to get enough of it to get into the next stage of metallurgy and advancement in this game. Obviously, we're going to start moving out of the Bronze Age. We want to make higher grade metals, and we just start looking for very specific types of the ores in order to do the smelting and upgrade our smelting stuff as well. So we're going to be using this guy a lot today, the prospector pick. We're going to go on journeys, probably looking for some more seeds, and everywhere we go, we're going to be right-clicking this and seeing if we can find anything, marking it on the map, and then coming back there to do some mining. In fact, I'm going to take everything I need with me to do mining on the spot and get our first batch of ores back here as soon as possible. Okay, we've got ladders and we've got supports for mining. We've got our pick, prospector pick, we've got a whole bunch of empty vessels, and we've got some water and some food and a boat, torches, and the ability to make some more stone stuff if we need. I think we're set. So we're going to open journey map and we are going to find some minerals that are going to be useful for us. We'll start local and we'll go over here and look for this iron that's not too far away as a bit of a first mining test. Well, this looks like it could be a bit of a bust. Although we found some rocks on the ground, our prospector pick is saying nada. Nothing in this area. So, I guess keep looking and on to the next. We can remove this waypoint. Okay, we're approaching the bismuth marker we found. And prospector pick says nothing. 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 That's disappointing. I was just attracted to this little bit of land because there was some vegetables to harvest over here, and spotted a green rock. And the green rock is bismuthnite, and medium, small, medium, large sample. Sometimes it says found nothing. I think here is going to be the spot to dig. It does give us false negatives occasionally because it has a 75% accuracy as a tool. Oh, large over here as well, look. Nothing, nothing, large. I think this is the spot. So we're going to do our first bit of mining here. Just going to pick up these little bits from around as well and get what I came here for originally, which is this oat. Okay, so we're going to do a first bit of digging here. We're just going to go down bit by bit, cautiously, of course, as is always wise in this game. So why are we looking for bismuth? Bismuth we can combine with bronze and produce our first alloy. Bismuth bronze. Bismuth bronze is significantly harder, there we go, granite bismuth, fantastic. Significantly harder than bronze. It's much better. So that's going to help our tools last longer and help us advance a little bit faster. This looks good. So from here, we need our supports. I think we can go like this, like this, like this. Okay, this crossbeam is the one that's important. And this crossbeam, it will enable us to dig out 4 blocks in this direction, 4 blocks in this direction, and 1 block above, I believe, safely, and it will support it. After that, we need to put in another one of these and connect them up. So we're now free to mine this stuff safely. Oh, that's... I thought I'd found something mystical. That's just my waypoint. Let's get digging. Alright, I think we've taken out all of the available bismuth from this little vein. Wasn't too bad. Rich, we get these different levels of samples. Poor, normal, small, that's the pebbles, and the rich. So yeah, we got a fair amount there. 350, 450, just nearly 1,000 millibuckets worth of raw bismuth. Pretty good. So we're going to store this in vessels. And then we've got to try and figure out how to use a ladder to get out of here. And we're out. Fantastic. Our first little mining experience. That was fun. So that was discovered completely by accident. So we're just going to do more of the same, really. We're going to keep wandering up on the map in a sort of northerly direction. Up here, all the way up here, past all the areas we've been before, until we get up to here, which is where I think where we might find some more iron. Copper, sorry, which is what we really need. So we'll keep going on the journey and see what else we discover en route. So I've been out and about using our prospector pick and heading out to all of the places on the map we previously explored to see if we could find some more copper. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can see all the waypoints behind us. We have explored an awful long way. Here's the area we were previously furthest explored furthest away before, and that is a long way from home, as we've shown before, which is all the way down here. And we just kept going north, and yeah, now we're up here. And check this out. It's gone snowy and rocky. We're into the Arctic areas of the world. temperatures. The average temperature in this area is 6 and it's currently below 0. Ooh. So we're going to keep going this way a little bit and exploring. I did find some little iron rocks above ground, and I found this cave, and I've come down a little way, and there's a medium sample of hematites here. Large. Here we go. Large over this way. So I think what we're going to do is set up a little mine here without causing too big of a cave in, if we can, and see what we can get from this. This is promising. I got a feeling I dug too deep, and I'm now kind of stuck. The only way I can get out is to pillar out, which I can do using a lot of these stones, but yeah, it's going to take a while. I think it's probably in one of these directions. It's still saying medium and large here, but it could be in any direction from this block. 12 blocks in either direction. So I'm actually going to go back up a little bit. Oh my goodness. I think I've just found the very first piece of hematite. I initially dug all the way down here, and I've made pokey holes at 3 different heights below this one, then came back here, then went this way, then down here and over here, and now over here. So I've got to find a way to do this without the entire thing collapsing around me, and see if we can get to this vein, because it's supposed to be very large. Okay, there goes my pick, my only pick. There's still lots of stuff down here, so we're gonna go back up to the surface. I've already checked I have left myself a route out, and mark this place before heading back home, and we're going to try and see what we can do with the remaining materials we have. Wow, it really did snow a lot while I was down there. Winter is here. Look, we got icicles, and what is the current temperature? We're at minus nearly 6 degrees here, and it is November the 1st. But that was a pretty successful little mining trip. We did get all of this iron of varying samples, and I think we've got somewhere in the region of 1,500 millibuckets, so about 15 tools worth. We're nowhere near actually being able to smelt the iron yet. There's quite a bit of a journey to get there, but this will do us well for when we do get there. In the meantime, I'm gonna just keep prospecting, picking on the way home, and start making our way back. Hopefully we can get there by December. Just crossing this lake, and amethyst, but I also found medium sample of tetradite. Large sample, okay. I don't know how to drain this water. I'm probably going to need a lot of gravel or something, but I'm going to set a waypoint here, and we're going to come back here for sure, because this is the only sample of that I've ever found. Oh my goodness, where did that come from? Run, 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 run. Oh, no. Slain by a direwolf. I didn't even see it. That thing snuck right up on me. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise, getting teleported all the way back to base here, because we were not in a situation to take advantage of that vein we discovered, and we need the copper badly. So while we're back here, just going to harvest some crops, and we're going to prep ourselves and get everything else we need, some more tools and vessels and supports and stuff to go and mine that copper. How are these crops doing? Not bad. Not bad at all, yeah. The climate here is definitely favourable to harvesting, even in autumn, maybe winter. We'll see. Okay, so the lake is continuing to freeze over, which is actually good. It's going to stabilise some of the water around the top here, and after... I can't really show you very well. Let's see if I can go underwater. I had to make this giant mound because of gravity and placing blocks. I'm carried away here. Just to make this little area here, to make a 1x4 area that will allow me to dig down and stay dry. So I'm going to dump off everything I don't need, take everything with me I do, and hopefully we can finally get down to mining depth. Yes! Not too far down, found our first sample of tetrahedrite. So, gonna make sure there's no more around in this exact little spot, and then we're gonna set up our first supports. Boom. There goes the pickaxe. As you can see, I did some pretty extensive mining in here. This is where we came in, and yeah, we opened up a pretty big area. This vein just keeps on going. This was so worth it. All of that effort to find this place so far away, to make a mound in the river and dig down, and then to get killed by direwolves, all totally worth it in the end. So as you can see, this goes pretty extensively. I've been very cautious with this. I had a couple of nail-biting moments where I thought I was going to die and the whole thing was going to collapse. I had a few of these supports actually break. You can see I just picked up a piece there. Now, we've left ourselves a way out. This place is marked. We're definitely coming back here when we get more tools, because this just keeps going on and on, but that's going to keep me going for some time. So now the challenge is going to be, because we died here and picked up a lot of stuff, our inventory was already full when we died. Oh crap. Oh my goodness, down to 1 health. That was very, very silly. And yeah, we've got to figure out what's most valuable to bring home now, because we've got so much stuff. This is going to take multiple trips to get everything home, because I've got everything from my first expedition before I died, including lots of food and seeds and clay, and now we've got all this other stuff as well. Okay, we are back home. It is November the 8th. We made it in time for Christmas. Plenty of time. Unloaded all of our jugs. We've got everything back. And let's check out our winnings. Because we hit jackpot. So much so, this is our metals chest from before. Here's the hematite iron stuff we got from all the other mining efforts, and the silver. And bismuth stuff, mostly that we picked up from the surface. This is our iron chest. Look at this. This is mental. So much of this stuff. This is just really, really, really great. So now, I'm going to have to go do a bit of reading, and we're going to figure out how to start working with alloys. That's the next challenge. First of all, I'm going to feed the animals, because they must be starving. I've been away a while. Okay, I've been researching some of this metalworking stuff. We're going to need a hammer, first of all, so we're going to need to make a bronze hammer, copper hammer, there we go. Then we're going to need anvils, and the very first anvil we make is going to just be a bit of rock. So we need the hammer and the rock, and it needs to be granite, diorite, gabbro, rhyolite, basalt, andesite, or dacite. So we need to make sure we've got one of those stones, so we can't do anything. I'll check that in a minute. And then there's all these are all different metals, of course, you can get in the game, and you need an anvil and a hammer of the level of the metal that you're working with in order to work with it, because of the hardness. Obviously, if your anvil is softer than the material you're working, it ain't gonna work. Copper's first. So to do this, we need 7 double ingots. And you get double ingots by making ingots and smashing them together on the granite anvil. And then we can get to this. Then using this, we can more easily weld our copper and get some other stuff. I think this is the very first step to get to. In total, it'll take 1,400 millibuckets of copper. That is a lot. Okay, from what I can tell, there's 2 tools that we're missing that we're going to need to make. And those are the hammer and the chisel. So let's get on and make some molds and forge those guys up. Something else we're going to need to work on relatively soon is not buckets but barrels. There we go. Make 2 of them to start off with. With barrels, they're used for soaking stuff, and in order to make leather from hides, we're going to need leather to make some billows, which are going to enable us to get to higher temperatures with this, which is going to be quite important. For other metals, we could fill these up like so. Oh, I can't move. How do I just drop it? Okay, yeah, you can only carry one of these at a time. It's very heavy, huge, as it says right there. I think we'll just put them behind our chests over here for now. Like so. God, I'm thirsty. Okay, so to make leather, we need to soak hides in lime water. And to make lime water, this is just straight up water right now, To make lime water, we need flux. We're going to need flux for metalworking as well. And to get flux, we're going to need to use a hammer on chalk, dolomite, limestone, or marble. I don't have any of those materials yet, so we've got to make sure we can get some. So we're going to go on a bit of an adventure. We've got a shopping list of things we know we want to get, and first we're going to do this. We're going to make a hammer, and then a chisel. Okay, so now we can make ourselves a hammer. Fantastic. A chisel. Advancement, nice. Sculptor. And 2 more picks. Now, I did make myself a wooden bucket, but this is not like a traditional Minecraft bucket. Yes, you can get some water, but it's not a water source. Like, you can't move water sources around in this game. However, I did want to try milking a goat. Or even you. You don't know. You're a man. Not familiar enough to produce. Okay, so if I get the familiarity up, this seems viable. I don't know how high, but we're going to concentrate on getting these guys' familiarity up, because that's going to be good. If we can get milk, we can have some dairy. We can also make cheese. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. This is definitely a much better way to travel around the continent. Just keeping an eye out for different stone types, because there's very specific stones we want for the flux. That looked like a shellfish. That is, I think, a clam. Awesome. We'll keep an eye out for those. There's 2 more. Okay, because we can make flux from these. Finding a lot of limestone around here. We've got limestone gravel and these little limestone rocks, which makes me think there could be a lot of limestone under here. In fact, this is limestone cobble. It's not limestone. Raw limestone. I think that's what we need. There we go. Raw, loose limestone rock we can turn into flux with a hammer. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to mine up some of this. We're going to go down until we don't see it anymore. And we're going to make a bit of a mine down here. Alright, this is going to be a great source of limestone. And a couple of other little blocks here. We've got this, what is this called? Green sandstone. I think it's because we're underneath the ocean. I'm cautious about digging up too much in that direction. But this block is really nice. I quite like it. And it's also easy to mine. So that's a plus, and we'll be taking a little bit of that back, maybe to do some building. But for the time being, our inventory is totally rammed with all of this limestone, so we're going to head on back and make our first flux. Oh wow, look, an orca. Hello. Friendly little guy. I think they're pretty harmless. Oh my goodness. Pack of dogs. Well, the dog's drowned himself. Unfortunate, my friend. Ah, no. Run away. Blimey, he really leaped forward. Ah, God, they can swim fast. Run. Okay, we've got a dedicated limestone chest now. We've got a decent amount of it here. But actually, before we do that, I'm going to work on these clams. Can we get them open? You can't just open the clams. The clams just look like they're just shells. So we can take the hammer. They don't seem to have any other use. And nice. Same with the mollusk. Aha! New achievement. Seems like that's a big deal. Flux. Okay, so I'm reading the book, Leather Making. I do need the lime water first. So they're going to be soaked in lime water first, and then the scraping with the knife. After scraping, sealed in a barrel of water for 8 hours, and then finally prepared hides must be sealed with a barrel of tannin. So we need 3 different barrels to do this. So first things first, let's get our leather out of there. Let's check on the quantities of making a barrel of lime water. Single flux 500 millibuckets. This holds 10,000. Okay. What do we need? 20? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, it changed straight away. Check it out. We've got lime water. Now this is what we soak it in first. Okay. Aha, now we've got a proper progress bar. Time left 7 hours 50 minutes. This one will be tannin. Dissolving bark from certain logs in barrels. Oak, birch, chestnut, hickory. We've got lots of hickory. Looks like it. It looks like it's going to make tannin. There we go. Okay, so this will be our leather making process. It's going to take a little while. That's got another 6 and a bit hours to go. Well, first off, we're going to get some goat milk. Let's just dash this water. Look at that. I think what I'm going to do is collect milk over here until we get a whole bunch of it. We can leave the buckets here until these guys are ready to milk again. They're both familiar enough. We just got to leave them a little while until they're milkable. Okay, back to the leather. We have soaked hides, and we were going to do it here, right? We put the hides down, get a blade, this isn't going to last very long, and we scrape it like this until it turns into a scraped hide. You've got to go over like every little pixel grid. It's scraped, okay. One medium scraped hide, yep, do the same here. Okay, so now we have 2 scraped hides. After scraping, scraped hides must be sealed in a barrel of water for 8 hours. Okay, that's the next step right here. Let's do the other hides, put all 4 in at the same time. Wrong ones. Okay, 4 hides, they'll be prepared. Hides in another 8 hours, and then I think they go in there next. Happy New Year, everyone. It's just past January 1st. Christmas just blew by us there in this world. Didn't even notice. That means it won't be long. It's still midwinter, but spring is a now near future possibility. Okay, back to our leather again. I think these are done. They're prepared hides now. Now these need to go into tannin, which we created. Oh man, that didn't make a lot of tannin, did it? I don't think I put enough. I didn't put enough logs in. 1 log made, that's only 10 logs. Okay, so I topped up the tannin water, so we now have a full bucket. We put in the prepared hides, and yeah, in about 6 hours remaining Minecraft time, we'll have our very first leather. In the meantime, I found some more jute fiber and I soaked that. So now we've got 41, and we can actually make a lead. Awesome, I'll make a few of those actually. So our sheep are now familiar enough to both shear, so shears, looks like we need some bronze shears, just out of 2 bronze knife blades, so we're going to make that. Alright, this will be our first bit of welding. Anvil, we need granite, diorite, gabbro, rhyolite, basalt or dacite. So yeah, we need to go out and get some of these materials. I think granite might be the simplest, so we need to have our mining gear and go down and get some granite stone. Before we do though, I think we have our first leather. Check it out. Ooh, new advancements. That's really cool. With the leather, all sorts of things we can make. We can make maps, books, bellows, that's definitely one we're going to do. Engineering goggles, okay, we're going to need glass for that. Brass sheets, okay, we're a way away from that. Item frames, toolbox, we're going to need that relatively soon. We can make boots, we can make flasks, we can make horse armor, leather armor, helmet, saddle. There we go. Definitely going to want a saddle, so I think we're going to do that straight away. Superb. When we finally get a horse, that's going to really help us. We're going to need to tame it first of all, and get its familiarity up. So we're going to go on a little expedition, looking for some specific rocks and seeing if we can get ourselves a horse. Awesome, raw granite. That's exactly what we need to make the anvil. So like with any of these stone blocks before, to get a whole stone block, you need to remove the blocks on all 6 sides, and the entire thing should drop instead of cobble, like that, and like this. Horses are right where we left them. Fantastic. So speed 10.4396. Here's the other one, Spotty. Oh, and the baby, of course. Spotty horse, yeah, terrible speed, but we might take this little baby horse, if I can. Here we go. And let's see if we can get these two back to base. Right, let's get these guys' familiarity up. So, granite. We've got our solid piece of granite. We can take that. We can take our hammer. Yes! Okay, hammer time. Knife blade. It's got to be at orange temperature, so it can weld, along with some flux. So we're going to need to heat this guy up again. Oh no, we don't want it too hot. It says it melts into copper. I don't want these to melt. Can weld, yes. That's what we want. Get them in there really quickly, and yes! Check it out. We've made our first tool by welding things. That was a little bit of a weird thing to figure out. Okay, just gotta get the temperature just right. Now we've got shears. Now let's try getting some wool. Where's our little sheepies? I'm coming in with you. Okay, you ready to shear? Fantastic. And there we go, we've got wool. It's just 2 wool. It's a start. It's better than nothing. And we'll let them regrow because it's cold out here. You guys need some clothing. Now we can look up what to do with the wool. So wool, we need a spindle. A spindle to turn it into yarn. And with yarn, we can make fishing rods. Iron flasks. It's got lots of uses. Powder keg, TNT. Other fishing rods, crossbows. A bow, of course. Okay, that would be really useful. Oh my goodness. Scaffolding, that would be super handy. How do we make a spindle? Spindle head. Oh no, the spindle head's got to be made out of pottery, apparently. Spindle head is baked. We can make a spindle. And let's try spindling our wool. 16. Alright. Now, was it just sticks or twigs? There we go, we got a bow. How do we make arrows? That's the next thing. Flint, feathers. Feathers is the missing component for arrows. Okay, that's only as useful as it is for the time being. I got a bit overexcited there. But that's cool, at least. Now I need to focus on getting some chickens. And my horse may be ridden. Yes! Okay, let's get the saddle. It's time. Woo! Oh my goodness. Moving 10 blocks a second. That is an enormous difference to being able to walking or running. And this shouldn't make my hunger go down either. So, I can now show you using the horse. I've been clearing a bit of path here. All that smouldering you saw was charcoal round 2. I've just chopped all these trees down and turning them into charcoal for future fuel. And this also is going to start to give us a bit of a more easy way in and out of here on our horse. And pumpkins, these things just seem to grow everywhere. They're growing like crazy here. I've harvested tons of them. They're all out in the wild, but they're useless. You can't eat them. The only thing you can do with pumpkins is you can make carved pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, which is kind of useful. I think they last longer than torches, but you can make pumpkin pie, but we need sugar, eggs, dough, and a knife. How do we get sugar? Comes some honey or soaking sugar cane. Interesting. Maybe that isn't so far-fetched. Let's use that water and soak some sugar cane. In order to make dough, I think we need a quern. A quern, that was it. So we need smooth stone of some kind and granite. Smooth granite. How do we make smooth granite? Is this time to finally use the chisel? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we can now make a quernstone. So I think we need a smooth granite. No, just this. Need a quan. There we go. And a handstone. Okay. Then I think we do this. We do this. Interesting. Ah, we just put it in like that. And we hold right click. Oh, nice. We've got our first flower. That's pretty cool. I love the animation. Okay, now we've got flour. We can make dough. We do this and this. Oh, yes. Now, let's just light up our fire pits. Heat the dough. This will give us bread. My goodness. I don't believe it. New advancement. We're a baker. We've made bread. And also, when this finishes in 2.5 minutes, we'll get sugar. Maybe we can actually make some pumpkin pie. Sugar. Okay. Wow. Our first sugar. Let's get some of those useless pumpkins. Eggs. Oh my goodness. We can't do the eggs. We're all excited. Okay, so we got our first bread. With bread, we can make sandwiches. Cheese, egg, beetroot, cabbage, carrot sandwich. That sounds revolting, but let's do it. Because we've got some cabbages, some carrots. We can even do beetroots. So we need the 3x3 crafting grid. We do this. Let's use this odd bit of bread. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Sandwiches. Let's do a beetroot sandwich. Amazing. We've got sandwiches. And these are pretty nutritious, I believe, because they've got grains and vegetables. Store it away for the minute. And extend it for up to a month. Good. Boy, I really got excited in this episode. I totally lost track of time and how many different things we have been doing. We've done a lot, and I think I'm actually going to leave the anvils until next episode. I kind of want to just make sure I'm doing the right thing there. I'm not sure whether making a copper anvil is the right thing to do, or whether we should try making one out of an alloy, going for bronze or something similar. So I'm going to do some research, figure out how to do that next, and we'll make that the first thing we do in episode 4. But if you enjoyed this one, please do give us a like, and if you'd like to see what we get up to here on Auto-TerraFirmaCraft, then please subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Take care for now. Bye-bye.